Let's get to it. Let's get to it. Proud Pops, where you at? Let me get to it. HPOV. Let's get to it. Proud Pops, get with him. Okay, let me pin. Okay, we ready for action. Hip hop point of view. Let's get to it. Proud Pops, you see me, right? Proud Pops, we all. That's what we need. Hope everybody good on this Friday. Let's see where we at. Let's talk about what's going on with hip hop in this election. All right, I hope we're well represented. Me personally, I feel like it's really about the community, so not really concerned. But the system is a system. If you live in America, it is what it is. Get to it. Shout out to We Talking Magazine. Let's get involved. Ladies issue coming out. Brooklyn issue next. Let's get involved. Let's get right to it. Would love to see what's going on. Super love to Nails and Tips by London. Shout out to Alizé, man. Love what's going on. Sean, what's the deal? Hope all is well. But Nails and Tips by London. Shout out to Alizé. Got his new nail spot in the Bronx. Getting money, getting to it. Matter of fact, Sean, I seen Mr. Commodore over there. I think he's probably doing some commercials for that joint. So let's get to it. Sean, I need some tournaments, man. I need some tournaments for my son to get involved, man. We got to create something. Would love to see something real quick. Development. I know you're the trainer of the year, so more developmental, nothing crazy. That's what we're looking for. Shout out to the LA Lakers, man. if just for talking purposes, if LeBron was another one, it's definitely GOAT talk. We definitely talking GOAT talk. But in the meantime, shout out to the Lakers doing their thing, man. It's all love. Proud Pops, Brand, talking with him today, trying to find out his motivation, what's going on. It's probably the most important hood in the world is the motherfucking Parenthood. Sasha, what up? Sasha, what's up with Plush, man? What happened to Plush joints? You mean you put the brand to the side for a moment? So looking forward to it. Nap, what up, bro? What's going down? How's the inside going, y'all? You know, for my New Yorkers, if or nationwide, have you been eating inside? Have you been eating outside? Let me know how that's going. I've been doing the inside dining. It's all been cool. You know what I mean? Ain't eating outside no more. It's a wrap. Okay, yeah, let's do it. Plus, let's get involved, man. Let's get involved. Proud Pops, we on you. Let's get to it. I know it's all... Oh, yeah, that's a fact. Libra gang in the building. You know what it is. Super love to all the other signs, but I just got to be honest with you. The Libra sign is the coolest. The Libra sign, we're the scale. I feel like we're the mayor of signs. You know what I mean? If you're a Libra out there, Libra gang. You know what I mean? Enjoy it. You know what I mean? We keep the balance. You know what it is. Get involved. And get your issue. So you got to put the information in there. Get your issue. We Talking Magazine got there's a Nipsey issue. There's a Brooklyn issue. There's a female issue. Definitely shout out to the female entrepreneurs doing their thing. And we got a community Nipsey joint, neighborhood Nip joint. So get in there, get on Amazon, get on. Where are they being sold? You got to put that in the comments, Tilsa, where they're being sold so we can get to it. Here. Super love to anybody. If y'all ain't see if y'all ain't get the King's Disease album. I didn't hear the Big Sean joint, but the King's Disease album, you gotta get involved. Best Bayani, Mark Marvel, what's good? Shout, super love to Mark Marvel, the first dude to ever freestyle on Hip Hop Point of View. Right? He came in there, dropped the freestyle. Oh man, memories. I think I gotta find that clip, put that up. Oh yeah, King's Disease, Replace Me. Oh wait, yeah. I've been as I'm watching the NBA Finals, I'm seeing Car 85 playing. I'm like, wow, that was big, very big. Bayani now. Yo, what? You know, matter of fact, Bayani, we're gonna have an interview and find out was there some legal issues with Mark Marvel? Like what happened to Mark Marvel, which is an ill name, now the Best Bayani. Shout to his comics. Shout to black and brown heroes being represented. We love it. Hip Hop Point of View animation, you know what I mean? We love it. So Best Bayani, keep it going. You know, need to go to your page and promote some of that stuff. I know the comic book. I'm interested in an animation series, all of that. You know what I mean? I know they got Pikachu and all those Japanese animations. We need some more black and brown animation. Shout to Best Bayani. Proud Pops, where you at, bro? I'm looking for you. I don't know if you know what. As a busy Pops, I wouldn't be surprised if Proud Pops doesn't know how to do it. You know what I mean? Let me see if he's in the joints. Oh yeah, he is there. Okay, let me get to him. Let me see what's going on. We going live. Props, where you at? Oh, you here? Okay. Yeah.
Hey, what's up, brother?
We out here.
Good to see you, man.
We out here, bro.
Yeah, we definitely are. I got the new brand. You have the existing brand.
Okay. There we go. This is the Inception.
Well, yes, correct.
Okay.
And actually, what you're looking at is that Inception came and was inspired by the death of George Floyd.
So that's the fist. That's the fist. Okay.
And knowing that he was a father and representing black fathers around the world, you know, I wasn't inspired, but I was you could say I can't use a better word, but I was inspired in a sense to uplift our people and uplift our brothers and our black men as fathers.
Inspired is a great word. You know what I mean? I think a lot of people are inspired, but the call to action, right? You're inspired, but you put it into action. You know what I mean? Coming out with the line, getting to it. What is your I know Proud Pops is the brand, but what's your name? What do you go by?
My name is Damon Cash.
Damon Cash, man. So Damon Cash, Hip Hop Point of View, founder, CEO of Proud Pops, right? Was there a couple of names that you were like fussing with, like Fearless Fathers, Dope Dads?
Yeah, Dope Dad sounds good.
What were you going through?
Actually, okay, well, it's a pleasure to meet you. And I'm probably glad to meet you.
Absolutely.
And pleasure for me to be here, first off, to represent us as men. Just the opportunity for us to engage as men and talk about different things that may affect us as men, especially being fathers.
Absolutely.
So just to have the opportunity to be here with you, I'm definitely grateful and I'm definitely appreciative. So first off, to answer your first question, Proud Pops has been in existence in my mind for quite some time.
Gotcha.
But what truly inspired the movement of Proud Pops of course, was the death of George Floyd, but it was COVID. It's COVID season. Me and myself have been out of work due to injury. I got hurt at my job. So, you know, I was just there thinking, I have my son, and I was just wondering, like, man, this is probably the great time to bring it out, establish it, get the trademark going. And, you know, I just went with it. But Proud Pops was in my head for a while, you know.
I mean, it rolls off so clean. I love it's so, you know, there's very few brands that in their name, you know exactly what's going on. You know what I mean? And that does that. So, you know, super love to you for the branding genius, you know, Proud Pops. Now,
well, I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Now, I don't want to put no pressure on you, right? And if you have this answer, cool. If we can build on this answer, beautiful, even much better. But does Proud Pops have like any one or two things that can help you become a Proud Pops?
Okay, first off, in my view of a Proud Pops, it's clearly not a racial thing.
Okay.
I'm a black man.
Okay.
But the way I looked at it originally, I said, you know what? If a man is homeless, if a man is any other race other than mine, you know, what makes him a Proud Pops is he knows what he's doing when he's raising his children. He knows what to instill in them, which will be eliminating racism and eliminating those negative aspects of life. And then, you know, like I said, even if he was homeless, you know, that doesn't make him less of a man or not with his children. You know, he may be in a circumstance, he may be, you know, in a bad state of affairs at this time in his life, but that still doesn't mean he's less of a father or less of being proud of proud of his children. So, you know, really for the premise of Proud Pops and to answer your question in its entirety, I would have to say a man that's responsible, a man that loves his children, and he's proud of them no matter what.
Wow. That is simple, but it's loaded.
Yes, but it's what the most important thing I've noticed, because I was raised without a father, unfortunately. And I only have one son at this time. And when he was born, I knew I had to step up because my father didn't step up for me. So, you know, unfortunately, that story rings true through a lot of our communities and through a lot of our families personally, as far as black men and black families. So, you know, with the movement of Proud Pops, I've had several conversations with different races of men. I've had several conversations with different age groups of men and age groups of fathers. And the one thing that rang true through all aspects of men is they all love their children, despite their circumstances. Whether they're divorced, whether they're on child support, whether they're, you know, just in a bad situation, they still love their children and they're proud of them. So that's pretty much, I hope that answers your question.
No, it definitely does. One of the things that as a father that I think we don't, particularly the black and brown communities, right? And I'm gonna speak for mine because that's the community I'm in, right? What we don't talk about and is so real, and I can speak for myself, is the fear of becoming a father, right? And a lot of people don't talk about that, right? Whether you plan for it, whether you through situations became a father, the fear of becoming a father is very heavy. And I think in our community, there isn't enough guidance going through that, right? What to do, what are some basic things to prepare for? And what do you say to the fear of becoming a father? Did you have that fear? How did you overcome that fear?
Well, to be honest with you, that fear began way before I was a father. You know, I had a fear of becoming a man. I had a fear of the unknown. And the unknown came with being first a black man. Secondly, learning how to be responsible as a man. And then some of us don't get, you know, we don't get those necessary steps to that ladder of now becoming a father or becoming a parent. So, you know, I had fear throughout my life just as a human being. So once I conquered those fears, I was fortunate enough at that point I had my first child, which is my only child, at 40. So I experienced a great deal of life, responsibilities, challenges, so forth, that made me truly understand what it was going to be for me to be a father. And from the inception of my son, I was always proud. I was proud before he got here.
Mm-hmm.
I was proud that it was a possibility that I could bring another life into this world. So with that being said, the most amazing thing to me has been being a father. Wow. And being a father helped me conquer a lot of inner fears that I may have had before I was a father. Does it make any sense?
Oh, that is a super fact. That is a super fact, because I was I could speak personally. I was just afraid of so many of those little things about becoming a father, holding the baby, changing the baby, dealing with the baby in public. So the only way you can conquer those fears is going through that. But there's a psychological profile, right, of the mind and the way becoming a parent works, right? And the profile says, as a child, you're trying to grow and learn your environment, right? As an adult, you control yourself in that environment, right? And as a parent, you now control another life in that environment. So what I see with a lot of us is we skip that stage. We go from children to controlling another person in that environment, and we don't get to control ourselves. So what advice do you have to those fathers who skipped the controlling themselves in that environment? Now they have to control another child.
I think for me, it's been communication. And it's been communication, one, with my child. Because the more I communicate with him, because I have one, so the more I communicate with him, the more I recognize myself in him. Mm-hmm. And so therefore I can see the possible fears he may have in the future, because he's coming from me. Yeah. So I'm only half of that. Of course, he has a mom as well, but we are discussing Proud Pops. But
right. This is the brand, Proud Pops.
Yeah, this is. We gotta salute us, right? But at the end of the day, raising my son, he's helped me develop what it is to really be a man.
So he helped you with that stage.
That transition, of course, totally. He's like that's the icing on the cake. The icing on the cake. And if I could give any advice to any man out there, I would have to say you have to be able to communicate with your children and let them know how you really feel about them. Because a lot of children walk around with the unknown. How does dad feel? How does mom feel? How does my uncles feel about me? Or they might not have any men in their lives.
Facts.
So, getting back to the whole Proud Pops theme, I mean, you could be a Proud Pops and not have any children, because there's so many brothers out here who have taken care of children that wasn't theirs biologically. If you walk into a store and someone say, "Hey, mister, do you have a quarter?" Or, "Hey, mister, can you show me where to go?" If you have the concept of fatherhood and you've developed that premise, then you're going to give them the right direction. You're going to give them some advice along the way. And that's been me many years. Like I said, I lived 40 years before I became an actual dad. So I had nephews. I've had those experiences to say, okay, when I did become a father, I know what to do.
That's a fact.
And at the same time, to help a lot of our brothers, because so many of us grew up without fathers. So for me, it's been, I say, rather easy, but I know for a lot of my friends and other men that I know, it's very, very difficult with communication and letting someone else know, especially a child, your fears as a man. Because some of us, we don't really want to put that on our children, but if we know how to present it in the right way, they'll be able to understand their fears and how to apply whatever principles they have to do to get past it,
That's true. We don't put it out there. We don't put it on children. It's very, taboo. We don't speak on it. Before we get into anything else, how do you get Proud Pops for people that are watching? How do you get to it? If they want to support the brand, how do they do that?
Okay, first off, I have a website. That's proudpops.online, PROUDPOPS, one word, .online.com.
Okay.
So they'll be able to find hats, T-shirts of that nature. Currently, we're working on some hoodies and some winter items, but it's a little slow on my behalf. I have some other personal things going on, but I'm still pushing the brand as is.
Okay.
It's the T-shirt is a representation of who you are. So when you wear a T-shirt, someone knows who you are. You're a proud dad. So hopefully people will be able to go on the website and purchase a T-shirt if they choose. If not, they can support by following me on Instagram at Proud Pops. And also, there's a subscription people can apply to on the website as well.
That's dope. That's fantastic. Now, as you know, we are Hip Hop Point of View.
Yes, sir.
Right? We are based on showing all the positivity and the global impact of hip hop, right? That is our goal, right? That is our mission. So
Yes, sir.
let's talk about the realness of raising a child in the hip hop era, right? Let's go, Damon. Let's talk about it, right?
Woo! It's rough.
Based on what you were listening to, do you expose your son to what you were listening to?
I try as much as I can.
Give me an example. What do you play for your son that you used to listen to, hip hop wise?
Hip hop wise, oh man, I ran the limit with hip hop. You know, I tried. I came up through all eras. The red, black, and green phase, the Black Medallion phase, the Native Tongue phase, which was a part of that, of course. Gangster rap, quote unquote gangster rap. But I try to get him to listen to Common Sense. I try to get him to listen to a little early Kanye, a little Talib Kweli, Mos Def, some of those righteous brothers that had a lot of messages in their music. And you know, prior to that, I listened to a lot of Public Enemy, Rakim, you know, the basics, our heroes, KRS-One, of course, our teacher. You know, and I've learned a lot from KRS-One's music. Like, trying to transition my child into listening to this, he'll hear it and he's just like he's off into another zone because I guess it's the monotone sound or whatever's been created in this era of music. It just captivates the minds of children, and we may consider it mumble rap or whatever, which is pretty much out of our era, but there's a lot of things being said in this music I don't think we're really hearing. There's a lot of talent, though, but it doesn't relate as well as it did when we were younger.
I think you've nailed it, right? There are so many positive messages and prolific lyrics that you can give to your child if you're of that era, right? If you've been in the 80s era, the 90s era, the 2000 era, there was always messages and profound lyrics in that time. Now the challenge, you know, for you and myself is, and I'm speaking, you know, in general, is Tupac.
Okay.
He had some very, you know, aggressive messages, but at the same time, he had some songs like Brenda Had a Baby.
Correct.
You know, me and my, you know, discussing the relationship with him and his firearm, me and my girlfriend, you know what I mean? So there was some very interesting titles from those artists. Do you expose them to those, you know, aggressive tales of the hood and how they grew up music?
Well, to be honest with you, my son is 9. He just turned 9, so he's far removed from the aspect of the aggression in music. So as far as the transition with him with that, right now it's a little bit early, but I try my best. I try my best to avoid that type of music for him because the listening ear today is not in tune as the ear we had back in the days. You know, we had, like you said, we had different subjects, different subject principles to listen to, and you had your choice. If you wanted to be if you were Afrocentric or if you were into your culture, there was music for you then. If you were in the street hustling, hey, there's music for you there. You know, all aspects we were covered. But now it seems as though music is just one beat. Yeah. One control beat. I mean, there's a lot of underground. Because I still dig through the music to try to find what's new. And I don't just listen to what's on the surface because I know you know, we both know what's on the surface.
We
It's
understand
about money.
programming. Yeah, definitely. And I think
direction of our children.
Say it again.
And also, you know, a lot of this music is geared to the controlling the direction of our children.
Absolutely.
You know, it makes Proud Pops very, very important because we have a power. You know, as fathers, as Black fathers especially, we have a superpower that we haven't tapped into. It's spiritual. It's very strange to know that. I won't say strange, but it's impactful to know the force that we have in presenting ourselves as fathers and as proud fathers. Because people stand back, people look and they admire. They might not say anything. But they do admire.
Absolutely, especially when, you know, what those Black fathers who are proud of their children, raising proud families, you know, the adversity.
Yes,
you know
yes,
I mean, the
yes.
adversity is no secret. So to come through all that, you know, absolutely, the world is looking and the world is admiring. Now,
you know, can I say one thing? I do notice nowadays that I didn't see when we were younger. I do see a lot of hip hop fathers.
Yes,
I see them promoting their children. Well, not promoting them, but you know, I see them out and about with their children. I mean, I'm sure that's with the exposure of Instagram and social media that we get to see into their lives a little bit more. And as they grow, we grow with them as far as in their lives. But I do notice a big transition of Black male rappers exposing the lives of their children to the public life. You know, so that I'm very happy.
You nailed that. And this is part of the process, right? Right. Unfortunately, because of the disenfranchisement and the degradation of being a Black man, we need to now promote certain things and, for lack of a better word, make it look cool. Yes, we have to make fatherhood look cool. We have to put Proud Pops.
We have the power to do it.
T-shirt and let us represent that, you know, from a marketing standpoint. Yes, that's where we're at. There's so many different channels we got to use to make, you know, parenthood and predominantly a father cool. But remember, you know, seeing rappers, you know, on TV with their child, seeing NBA players, football players with their children in the press conference, those are very important images, right?
Those are hip hop moments. Those are hip hop moments.
Oh, absolutely. You know where they come from. You know what inspires that. So those are very big images for us. Now,
yes,
I'm gonna hit you with a challenging question. You can opt out, right, Damon? You can opt out. You can be like, look, man, I'm not gonna. I plead the fifth on this one. But
okay,
what is gonna be the woman's role in helping a Proud Pops become a Proud Pops? What should women do to fortify and concretize Proud Pops?
I would have to say support.
Be specific, David. I need specifics.
I'm going to be specific. You know, they have something called child support, right? And that's considered like a financial support system developed for the helping of raising your child. You know, and that's put in place for a specific cause because someone's obviously missing or someone's not doing their job. But when you say Proud Pops, you know, first of all, to make that child, you had to have a woman, you know, and we all know what women, beautiful women, loving women do for us and what they do for our souls.
Facts.
If we're accepting to it and mature enough to receive it.
Sure.
So if we're in that place, then we need nothing but support. Support, major support, meaning you can lift the man up and say, hey, you know what? I see you with your children. I support that. You know, and it's not always about hooking up with them or trying, you know, because, you know, it's always been a stigma. A man with children is attractive, you know, so we know what we're dealing with here as men. But for the most part, I really believe women need to really, they see a black man with his children, they got to say something to this brother. You know, say, hey, you know what? I appreciate what you're doing. Or you have my back. You have my assistance. You have my love. You have my appreciation. We need to communicate these things because, like I said in the beginning, it's all about communication. And that's the one thing that we lack with even building our relationships, building our queens, and our queens building us up as kings. Communication. You know,
Yeah.
I would stick to that. Communication, my brother, is the key.
Yeah,
And support.
communication is the key. Comprehension is the treasure, right? You know what I mean? Once you unlock, you know, use that key to unlock. Once you comprehend, you know, we can move mountains. And super love to all the women that, you know, even if they don't see the father with let's say the father is with a child, and that's not necessarily somebody that is in their family, they're supportive. Super love to the women who understand, you know, helping a man be a man is sometimes allowing him to figure things out, you know, and super love to the women who are in a relationship with a proud pops and all you really support him. You know, we want to highlight that. We're not doing any bashing. We're all about positivity. You know what it is.
At the end of the day, Proud Pops is truly the shine and the sign of the symbol of an uplifted family, especially in our community. You know, I have a friend of mine, which is a business partner, and he has a line called Proud Moms.
I saw that. I thought it was your line.
My partner's line, and we actually collaborated on, and we're really trying to corner the market on the upliftment of our people. Mothers, and we're coming out with something for the kids soon. But you know, this is something that's just starting out. I've had great feedback. I've had a lot of good feedback, a lot of great conversation, and this opportunity to converse with you is just almost everything, man. You know, it's like the first opportunity to really vocalize why I'm here. And what Pops has done. And I really appreciate this opportunity.
Now, who are some proud pops that you look at raising their children, whether they're, you know, celebrities or famous, or whether they're, you know, in your community, like somebody that lives next door? Like, it doesn't really matter. Who are some proud pops that you look at and are inspired and even sometimes emulate?
Okay. Well, I have 9 great uncles, and they were all successful at businesses throughout the state of Georgia. And I was truly inspired from them as a young child. You know, one of my uncles had a cab stand in Savannah, Georgia. Contracts. I had a few uncles had a barbershop. You know, but at that age, I was very, very young looking at these men. And like I said, I was raised without a father, so I didn't have any pinpoint discussions or pinpoint views to see, like, how is it impacting me, or what is the connection? And I found the connection in multiple men in my lives. You know, I had uncles, I had a grandfather, I had godfather, and they all played poignant roles in my life. So I would have to give it to them, although they're all gone. But if they didn't give me what I'm embodied with, I wouldn't be a Proud Pops, and Proud Pops wouldn't be in existence. Wow. So I would give it to all of the men that's been in my life, whether they're alive or dead right now. They've been very impactful in my life, and
you were a sponge. You were a sponge to all of that.
Yeah, extremely. And you know, I don't communicate a lot about how I feel in my, at least to the public. It's like my first interview. You know, as far as the public, I'm so proud of our brothers and how we're standing up today, and it's very powerful, man, to see it. And I didn't really know how much people were in support of what I was doing until I really started getting out there and communicating. But, you know, due to COVID, we really couldn't move how we wanted to move. But just to know that we're moving in the light, and it's a positive light, I'm very, very thankful.
Listen, Damien Cash, Proud Pops, we appreciate you. Thanks for taking the time with us. Thanks for the shirt. You know, we wear it proudly. No pun intended. We wear it proudly. Follow, support, engage with @ProudPops, Damien Cash. We appreciate you taking the time.
Thank you. I appreciate you, Hip Hop Point of View. Blessings.
Peace, my brother. Peace. Thanks for everybody following in. We out.
Thank you, everybody. Peace.